option.
Man, I never want to see a cop again.
True, you're still a wanted man. Maybe leave the talking to me.
Guys, you gotta realize, Roman's gonna flag this as a risk. And he's a greedier jerk-off than me. Expect to pay him 50,000 bucks.
All right.
A buck's like 100 yen, right? That'd be 5 million in yen?
Please don't bring him yen. And besides, there's no way you can afford it. Is it clear you're wasting your time yet?
No, I'd say this is our chance.
Why? You have a mattress full of money lying around?
No, everything is negotiable, that's all.
Huh. Well, I don't know who you think you are, but what's the harm in trying? He drinks every night at Diamond Head, a bar by District 5. We akamai now?
Sure.
Akamai? I don't know what that means.
Hey, we really doing
Some
this?
kind of dialect from Hawaii. We akamai now. Oh, man.
Hey, guys, could you hold up a second?
Why? Something wrong?
You really shouldn't go to District 5. I'm saying this for your own good. Waltzing right into Barracuda turf? It's practically suicide.
We're aware of the danger, but we don't have time on our side. If going into District 5 is the quickest way to solve things, then so be it.
Right. It's not like we're out to wreck the place. We're just gonna look for Chitose and get out. If things play out right, we might not have to deal with the Barracudas at all.
See? It's exactly that kind of thinking that's gonna get us all killed.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they're more dangerous than we realize because we're not from here. But what's this really all about? Something tells me you've got more to say. You have history with the Barracudas? Is that it?
Sounds like it.
You know, you can always tell us. What makes you think we wouldn't help?
He's right. And until you talk, he'll hound you to the ends of the earth. You know how persistent he is.
You really gotta put it like that?
So, this is far from a fun story. And not a short one,
Another cutscene, huh? All right. Do you see why I had to focus on story tonight? Do you see how long the story is to get
It all
around
happened a
areas?
few
It's
years
just,
back.
I gotta keep doing this.
I was just a simple taxi driver. No yamai, no cons, nothing like that.
So you really were an honest cabbie. Once.
Yeah, well, I also wasn't rich, but I was happy. I had a woman to love, and man, did she love me. You believe we almost had a kid? Looking back, those were the best days of my life.
Huh. Never knew you had a family.
And my girl, her name was Marie. She was astounding. And you guys would love her.
Oh boy, what happened?
Anyway, she was nearly 6 months pregnant when it happened.
Oh my God, the
The
Barracudas
cops
killed
showed
her.
up at our place with a warrant for my arrest.
They came to arrest you? For what?
They said I held up a cab and stole a bunch of money from some executive.
What the hell?
I was being framed, obviously. But the witnesses kept pouring in. And before I knew it, the judge gave me 5 years in prison.
Wow.
And the attorney had told me if I tried pleading innocent, they'd lock me for 15 years instead.
What the hell?
So you pled guilty then?
Yeah. It was either I swallow the 5 years or take the risk and triple it. And I was too broke to hire a better lawyer. It was like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I had my whole life ahead of me, and then in an instant, it was gone. I never even understood why. That is, till I got to prison. Turns out I wasn't the only one screwed over like this. They told me so themselves.
You mean the guys in prison?
Yeah. Apparently, the Barracudas get away with so much shit because their boss will set up innocent people instead. He'll bring in a bunch of fake witnesses or buy out the police if he has to. You remember Roman, that cop Jeff mentioned? He's the guy. pulling the strings on the law side. Seems not a lot's changed since then.
So the Barracudas have the police in their pocket.
How'd Marie take it?
When I got locked up, she only came to see me once. She told me she miscarried.
Oh my god.
No.
And she was under so much stress. Should have seen it coming. I doubt she was eating right or getting any sleep. Her eyes were sunken. She was thin as a bone. All because this bullshit that happened to me. And that was the last I saw of her. When I got out, couldn't find a single trace of her.
Wow, she ran.
Honestly,
she didn't
I
want
just
to be
hope that
involved
she's
in it.
out there doing okay.
Yeah.
I told you this wasn't gonna be fun. And that's only half the story. Once I was free, I started hanging by this fancy restaurant in District 5.
Why?
Because word inside was that it was the favorite haunt of the Barracuda's boss. So I spent every last cent I had to my name and bought a gun.
Shit.
For revenge?
For Marie. For a child who never had a chance at life. I knew what the boss looked like. I'm not sure anymore how long it took, but I kept watching until the day he showed his face. When I was locked up, always imagined it going the exact same way. I'd rush past his goons, step right up to him, and empty my whole clip point blank.
Oh.
And the moment came. I was shaking. Couldn't move. He even had fewer guards than I'd pictured. Should have been easy. Bastard walked right past me. He didn't have a care in the world. I'm a fucking coward.
Maybe. But that's why you're alive today. If you'd gone through with it, you would have been killed. Just another gutted corpse.
At least I'd have been killed for a reason. What am I now? A ghost? Who robs tourists with a gun he hasn't got the courage to shoot? Isn't it better to die for something than to live for nothing?
Tomizawa.
With all my money gone, I fell in with Yamai. Pay my debts. He's the only man left in Hawaii still stupid enough to compete with the Barracudas. What's that say about me? Huh? I'm even stupider for following him. Or maybe I was hoping he'd be able to take them down someday. But I knew it'd never happen. So that's my story. Hope you realize now who you're dealing with. Not just the Barracudas. With scum like me.
Well, you sure set us straight about how bad the Barracudas can get.
Yeah. Their ties with the police are worrying.
But listen, you've got yourself all wrong, Tomizawa.
Huh?
You're not a bad guy. And you're no coward. I saw you walk away from Yamai. That took real courage.
Yeah, but that was the
He
plot.
might have killed you, but you knew it was the right thing to do.
Come on, man. You talked me into it.
That doesn't matter. You made the decision. It was your call. Nobody else's. Now, no more robbing people, okay? Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
After all you've been through, I get that this may be a fight you want to walk away from. But if you really think you're scum, that you're just another criminal, this might be the only way to change that. A way to start living again. Look, killing the boss of the Barracudas or not, that's another call you'll have to make yourself. All I know is that I'm not gonna stand by and let them keep getting away with their shit. And if you're up for it, I know you'll be able to help us take them down.
You want me?
If you haven't noticed, our English is pretty
Yeah, we only have
rough.
3 party members. We can't
could
afford
use
to
a
lose one right
translator.
now.
Besides
Later
that,
on, we'll switch you
we
out
need to
for
find
somebody
a
better.
Kane-san fast. That means going to District 5. And I don't know anybody as well acquainted with the Hawaiian underworld as you. Help us out, and maybe get the chance to set things right. Not a bad deal, is it? What do you think, Kiryu-san?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Maybe dangerous. But it could also be your one path to redemption.
You two are some lousy salesmen, honestly. If you're still planning to take the Barracudas on after all you've heard,
We are.
then fine. I'll go with you. Do-gooders like you, the Barracudas will eat you alive without me.
Yeah. Eat you alive. I get it.
Glad to have you on board, Tomizawa.
You're both nuts. Fine. First things first. We find Roman.
You have a good eye for teammates.
It's not hard to tell when someone needs a friend. Let's do this.
Alright, well, long-winded for sure, and now it looks like the plot is going to take us into a new part of the city. We still got about a half an hour left, so I'm thinking, yeah, we probably should. Even though we weren't able to go over here before, it looks like now it will open up a bit for us.